The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guest do not reflect those of the host, the show, the management, and the network.
Hearts that listen, think, learn, and connect. Only here at TLC.
Good evening po and welcome to our show. It's Hearts That Listen and I am Jimmy Jesuro sharing with you live po tonight here in the city of Davao. It's Friday night and every Friday night it's a special Hearts That Listen episode because it's Usapang Kabataan. Puso mo'y makikilig kapag ang puso ko'y makikinig. Hearts that listen po every night, Usapang Kabataan every Friday night. Dito lamang sa TLC. Think, Learn, Connect. That's TLC. And of course, we would like to say hello to all our subscribers, friends, and viewers through Talk Life channel in the FB page that is widely known, TLC. No? Sabayan ninyo kami dito sa Usapang Kabataan kung saan kwento ng bawat kabataan ay ating pinapahalagahan. So it's November 11, 2022. It's very nice. 11/11/22. No? And it's very rare to have a day such as today, no, in our calendar. And also, gusto po naming mag-greet sa lahat po ng mga nakikinig at sumusubaybay sa amin sa Dumaguete, Siquijor, Cebu, and Bohol. No? And that is through the courtesy of their station manager, Father Ramonito Maata, for DYWC Teleradyo Channel 51. Ayan, and that is the Field Products Cable of Negros Oriental. So welcome po uli, and it's a Friday night. Thank you very much for squeezing your time. Every Friday po tayo from 8:30 to 9:30 in the evening. And tonight, we are so glad to be joined by not only one, two, but three beautiful young ladies who are actually college students from Kolehiyo ng Pantukan, no, in the province of Davao de Oro. And they are actually BS in Agricultural Business or BSAB fourth year. No? So they're already graduating students from KNP. And it's also nice that they have shared their time, ano? Kasi alam ko busy rin po itong mga graduating students na ito. But I requested them to be our guest tonight to talk about teenage pregnancy. No? The title of our episode is Bata, Bata, Bakit Ka Nagawa? And we hope that you will join us tonight. Shout out na rin po sa lahat ng aking mga students, no, from KNP, the BS Criminology first year students, no, for Block 1 and Block 4, as well as the BSAB fourth year, no, students, yung mga classmates po ng ating guest tonight. So welcome po sa ating episode for Usapang Kabataan tonight. It's entitled Bata, Bata, Bakit Ka Nagawa? A sharing on teenage pregnancy. So at this point, I'd like to bring them in, but before that, let's just be reminded that this episode is actually coming from the fact that one in 10 young Filipino women age 15 to 19 is already a mother or pregnant with the first child. And this is the final result from the 2030 National Demographic and Health Survey from the Philippine Statistics Office. Alright? So at this point, hindi ko na po patatagalin at i-assure in na po natin ang ating mga magagandang mga dalaga ngayong gabi. Starting off with Mira Kulaba. Good evening, Mira. Ayan, I think connecting si Mira. Good evening, Mira. Can you say
Good
hi?
evening po, sir.
Ayan, ang
Hi,
ganda-ganda.
everyone.
Welcome sa ating program and we will call also your other classmates. We have Leslie Bata Usa. Good evening, Leslie.
Hello, good evening everyone.
Ayan, hindi rin magpapatalo sa ganda, ano? Si Leslie Batausa. And of course, the third guest that we have tonight is no less than Christina Calamagan. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Ayan, thank you very much sa tatlo na mga magagandang guest natin tonight at welcome po sa ating show. It's an episode entitled Bata, Bata, Bakit Ka Nagawa? And this is about the sharing on teenage pregnancy which becomes prevalent. No? Medyo marami na raw cases ngayon. At in fact, it's one of the pressing issues among our Filipino youth today. But before that, kamusta mo na kayo? Mira, how are you doing? Ikaw ba'y nasa bahay lang or nasa mall? Kasi it's Friday night.
Meron kami sa Davao, sir. Nandito kami sa Davao, sir.
Ah, wow. Okay, so malapit lang pala tayo. Nandito kayo sa Davao at wala kayo sa Davao de Oro. Thank
Yes
you.
po, sir.
How about Leslie?
Same sir, nandito kami ngayon sa Davao City.
Wow. Okay, so shout out sa lahat ng inyong mga classmates at wala pala kayo doon. Medyo malayo kayo sa kanila. And how about Christina?
Nandito ako ngayon sa Davao Oriental po, sir.
Wow, siyang malayo sa atin, sa Davao Oriental. So, we give you now the chance, Christina, Mira, and Leslie, to greet your family members and loved ones, especially those who are watching to us ngayong gabi. Okay, starting off with Christina. Chris, shout out ka muna.
So, isa shout out ko lang yung family ko, di Kalamagan family and Timoteo family. My friends na nandyan sa Davao, they are my friends too, sir. And my teachers and kolehiyo ng Bantukan, shout out po sa inyo lahat.
All right, thank you very much, Chris, for your greetings, no? And yun, malayo ka pala sa dalawang BFF mo na sina Mira at Leslie. Okay, your turn now, Leslie, to have your shout out. Just turn on your microphone, Les. Shout out.
It's my turn. Nawala ko signal, sorry everyone. Hello, may gabi Pwede magbisdak ako. Charot.
Yeah.
What's up, mananap? Oh, hello, yes. Hi, hello, Pantoqueños. Shout out sa akong family dira sa Philippines. Wala jud asa. May mama, may dad, nga layo ko karon karon ra pod. So shout out no sa family na ko sa Kwasay, San Antonio de Padua, and my kolehiyo ng Pantokan family, my friends out there, and also my friends in Mako, Davao de Oro. Hello, may gabi Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Leslie, at ang dami niyang mga friends and family members. And don't forget na napapanood tayo, nasusubaybayan tayo ng mga nasa United States of America, sa Canada, sa Dubai, sa Qatar, Hong Kong. We have a lot of followers for the FB page of Talk Life Channel. So baka may mga relatives kayo overseas, you can also greet them because they might be following our FB page. Now, Mira, it's your turn to shine.
Hi, everyone. I-shoutout ko lang yung mama ko nandun sa Tagum, tapos yung family ko nandun sa Davao de Oro, at isa-shoutout din ko din yung pinsan ko nandun sa Kuwait po.
Ah, wow.
Thank you.
Okay, sa Kuwait, no, yung pinsan mo. So hopefully, you can also send the link that I have shared with you for Talk Life channel so that they can watch this live, or pwede rin po yung replay natin sa nasabing FB page, Talk Life channel. Think, learn, connect. That's TLC. All right, so welcome once again. So it's the title is Bata, Bakit ka Nagawa? And this is about our sharing on teenage pregnancy. So sabi dito, teenage pregnancy, also called adolescent pregnancy, which is it actually in our topic sa ating gender and society class, refers to pregnancies by women aged 19 years old and below. So kaya nga teenage pregnancy because nasa teens pa lang ang mother or the one expecting for a baby. Teenage pregnancy is risky because the female's body at that age has not yet reached full maturity. This can lead to complications during pregnancy, labor, and delivery. So we welcome all our open-minded teenage mothers to join us to also share their thoughts through the comment section. So you can start writing down in our comment section your thoughts on this, and perhaps all our students, yung mga classmates na Mira, Leslie, and Christina from BS Agribusiness ng KNP 4th year. Shout out sa inyo dyan. Pwede na kayong sumulat na inyong name at mga greetings ninyo sa comment section if you are joining us live. And also to my other two sections, the BS Criminology 1st year, blocks 2 and 4. So shout out sa inyo and thank you for joining us tonight. Now, sabi dito, Mira, Leslie, and Christina, early pregnancy is one of the pressing issues Filipino youths are facing today. The Philippines has one of the highest teenage pregnancy rates among the ASEAN member states despite the decrease of total live births of teenage mothers. Okay, so tanong ko sa inyo ngayon, Mira, Leslie, and Christina, what is your understanding about teenage pregnancy? So let's start with Mira.
Yes po, sir. So, my understanding about teenage pregnancy is about engaging sexual intercourse in the early stage that results to a woman being pregnant. So, ang
Pagkakaintindi
wait lang po, sir.
ni Mira.
Pagkakaintindi po dito, sir, is yung maagang pagbubuntis na kahit wala pa sa tamang edad po, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Mira, for that. Yun nga, maagang pag-aasawa, and you made mention about the possibility of the sexual activity, sexual intercourse, sabi nga ni Mira, kasi sa atin namang klase, di ba, we all went through the reproduction process. Walang biglang automatic lang in a snap of a finger, lumabas na siya from her mother. So I think we all know na merong gestation period, yung 9 months na pagbubuntis, at yun nga lang mas naging maaga for some ladies, nasa teenage stage pa lang sila or nasa adolescent. So it's called adolescent pregnancy also. Okay, thank you, Mira. How about Leslie? What is your understanding about teenage pregnancy?
So, hello, good evening, everyone. My understanding with regards to these certain topics about the teenage pregnancy. So, nowadays, teenage pregnancy is very high percentage. We cannot deny the fact. And also, kapag ka sinasabi natin teenage pregnancy, dito masasabi natin or maiisip natin agad na ito yung maagang pagbubuntis. Just like what Mira said to you people, and yeah, it is all about engaging sexual
Course.
with others, and yun.
Thank you very much, Leslie. So mag-best friends nga talaga kayo because you have common understanding about teenage pregnancy. And of course, we don't have any prejudice or bias, no, for our teenage mothers who are joining or watching us, but we would like to also listen, no, to your thoughts and your experiences, which are very important to us. And with the thought, sana, with the desire to inspire and enlighten our youth, no, ang ating mga kabataan na nanonood ngayon at nagsusubaybay sa Hearts That Listen, especially pag Friday, it's Usapang Kabataan. Now, let's listen to Christina. What is your understanding about teenage pregnancy?
Am I audible lang po, sir?
Yes po, narinig ka namin, Chris.
So for me, sir, teenage pregnancy is one of the current issues in our country has faced nowadays. So it is getting pregnant at a very young age, under the age of 20, just like what you've said a while ago, sir. And that's all, sir.
Okay, very good, no? So, very common understanding about teenage pregnancy and the three of you talaga mag-BFF kayo, no? At research talaga na nagbasa ng ating mga lessons sa gender and society. So, good thing na sabi dito ni Christina that it's really prevalent, ano, or it's really surfacing, no, in our society nowadays. Sabi nga dito sa research, early childbearing may result in poor health outcomes and may be a threat, no, to the country's economic growth, no. So hindi lang pala sa sarili, sa mother, but how come that it's also a threat to the country's economic growth, no? Pregnant adolescents are less likely to complete higher education and have lesser ability to earn more income over the course of a lifetime, causing economic losses to the country. So, pati palang ekonomiya, ano, if in case especially the teenage mom decides not to go to further studies, na okay na sa kanya at talagang nasundan pa ano ng more babies, then talagang madedelay siya at hindi na siya mag-aaral ng kanyang college education. Tatanong ko lang kay Leslie, Mira, and Cres, may kakilala ba kayo or kamag-anak na isang teenage mother? And how young was she? No, we will not be mentioning names, of course, but how young was she when she became a teenage mother? Maybe si Leslie, do you know one?
Yes, sir. So I have yung mga I have one friends there or kanang more that they are engaging in teenage pregnancy at the age of 16 and 17.
Ang bata, ano, 16 at saka 17 years old. Thank you for that information. Les, how about Christina?
Yes, sir. So may kakilala rin ako, sir, na kaedad ko lang rin. And then kaklase na 20 years old, 21.
Okay. So bata pa, no? Talagang young age pa at they have babies already. But again, we don't have any prejudice or bias, but we are here to talk about this reality on teenage pregnancy. Thank you. Chris, how about Mira? May kakilala ka ba or na-meet na teenage mother in your lifetime?
Yes, sir. Yung pinsan ko, sir.
Okay. First cousin?
Yes, sir.
So thank you, ha. And how young was she when she gave birth? Mga ilang taon siya, Mira, if it's okay to ask?
19 po, sir.
Okay, 19, no? 19 years old. Thank you very much. No? And I think kasi may mga kakilala kayo, relative, at yun nga, pinsan, baka we can share some of their experiences, ano, without, of course, mentioning their names in our show tonight. Okay? So this is a good point. At sabi din dito, the percentage of young women who have begun childbearing is lower in urban areas, no, like city, for instance, no, than in rural areas. No, only 7% in the urban areas, like here in Davao City, and versus 10% na medyo mas mataas sa mga provinces or towns. Okay? So with that, why do you think, my second question is that, why do you think teenage pregnancy is prevalent nowadays? No, tanong natin, unahin natin si no? Christina,
Yes,
bakit kaya
sir.
prevalent ngayon ang teenage pregnancy, Chris?
For me, certain age pregnancy is prevalent nowadays because it is a global issue and it was due to the influence of social media din, sir.
Correct, no? So you can say that, Chris, na may influence ang social media. And that's a good point, no, na sinabi mo, na hindi lang siya sa Philippines, but it's even
Yes, sir.
global, no, in the picture. Sa
Yes,
iba't
sir.
ibang countries, ganun din. No? But we are glad that it's coming from you. At paano kaya sa tingin mo naging influence ang social media?
Through, ano, sir, through any forms of social media like pornography, sir, meron sa social media na nakikita ng mga kabataan ngayon.
Okay, no? Especially, 'di ba, Chris, may mga smartphone na, tapos may load pa for internet connection. So you are telling us they can get easy access. Tama ba? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To porn sites, so nai-introduce na at naku-curious yung isang batang babae or batang lalaki, and that curiosity might lead to a very early sexual intercourse. Tama ba?
Yes, sir. Maku-curious sila.
Correct. Thank you very much, Chris, for your answers. Now let's hear it from Mira. Why do you think teenage pregnancy is prevalent, no, nowadays?
Yes, sir. So, teenage pregnancy is prevalent nowadays because of curiosity. Many teenagers are fun with social media and online videos that will boost their curiosity to try something new. So yung mga kabataan ngayon, sir, is yung sinabi ni Christina, sir, na kanang tumitingin sila sa mga video, tapos sa kanilang pag-curious, sir, is nagtatry sila po, sir.
Oo nga, ano, tama ka, you have a point, no? Same with Christina, that the curiosity might lead to another thing, no? At napakadali na lang ng communication, like there's messenger, no? At kung ano-ano pang mga application, and ang dali na lang nilang magkita. Tama ba?
Yes po, sir.
Eyeball, di ba yun ang term natin? Mag-eyeball muna kami ng aking kachat. Relate match ba tayo?
Meron talaga mga ganyan ngayon, sir.
Meron talaga. Okay, good. Thank you, Chris, for affirming. Now, let's hear it from Leslie. Les, ngano kaha nga daghan? Bakit kaya marami mga teenage mothers nowadays?
So that matter, sir, is siguro because of yon sinasabi na nilang dalawa, yung about curiosity, yun talaga yung una. Kasi lalo na sa mga kabataan ngayon, in our generation, na very curious yung mind nila, gusto nilang i-try. Try lang ng try, kahit hindi nila alam. And also, maybe, ay ma'am, audible pa ba?
Yes po, naririnig ka namin, Les.
Nawala ako.
Naririnig ka namin. Yes, okay, Les. Anyway, Les will still answer us. No? There are still questions that she has to answer. But do you think, Mira, Chris, and Leslie, one of the factors also why teenage pregnancy is prevalent is actually the lack of knowledge for some birth control activities or things to take for them to, or let's say, sex education. Tama ba?
Yes, sir. Isa po na, sir.
No, isa po, that's correct. Isang dahilan din kasi they don't know about safe sex. For example,
sir.
which is supposed to be like what we are learning from our class, gender and society. Tama?
Yes, sir.
So we can cite this as another reason aside from curiosity. How about another reason kung bakit maraming teenage pregnancy is because of the sprouting of very affordable ins. Yung 3 hours at 150 pesos. Do you think it's also a factor, Leslie, Christina, and Mira?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
One of the
sir.
factor po na siya, sir.
No, kasi ang easy lang ng access and sometimes they wouldn't ask if ang mga guests na couple ay minor, no? Or below 18 years old, no? Basta lang makabayad sa needed rental ng isang room and then they can make use of that room for 3 hours. Do you agree with that, Chris? It's a
Yes,
contributor
sir.
also.
Yes, sir. Very agree, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
very
Yes,
much.
sir.
So, thank you sa sharing ninyo. So, we have cited three possible reasons. Una, yung curiosity, and then even curiosity that might be attributed to the too much use of social media, yung sinasabi ni Chris. And then after that is yung lack of proper sex education, no? And the third perhaps will be the sprouting or the available use of commercial rooms, no, at a very affordable price without also putting into restrictions like the age of the guest, no, that might use those rooms, no, or bedrooms for rent. All right, ano pa bang mga nakikita niyong dahilan? Or baka
Birthday po,
aggressive lang kami
sir.
masyado? Ano po? Why do you think? Very aggressive ang mga boys? Or the other way around?
Ano, sir, through drinking alcohols and using drugs.
Okay, okay. Yeah, correct. No, that's a very good point. Talagang you are reading our topic ano sa ating lesson, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, substance abuse or substance use that might alter the mood and the character of the person. That's correct, no? There's a good point, no? Kasi very accessible na rin ang mga liquor, ang substance, no? That will alter the mood, no? And the thoughts of the persons involved. So isa din 'yon, ang mga hindi dapat nangyari, no? Kaya nga bata, bakit ka nagawa? Yung mga sinasabi nating mga unexpected childbearing will really take place or happen in one teenage mother. All right? So thank you very much no for your good sharing and we are glad that we have talked about it. We have made it open, no, talking about teenage pregnancy. But before we go for a break, no, we'll have a break for a while and listening to the messages of our sponsors and friends. Tanong ko lang muna kay Mira, I think yung sa friend mo, what was her sharing, yung teenage mother mo na kakilala, kung ano yung sharing niya about her experience? Was it something like positive or did she share to you what was the reason of her being a teenage mother? Mira?
Ayun na yung signal ko, sir.
Okay lang. So, we can hear you. Or let's listen first to Christina. Chris, sa nakilala mo na teenage mother, what was her sharing to you? Was it like a good experience? Or na-share niya rin ba kung anong possible cause ng kanyang teenage pregnancy?
So far, sir, hindi kami nagka-talk but as I can see to her, sir, is happy siya sa kanyang pagiging teenage mother.
Okay. That's a good thing. No? That's a good point. There's a blessing
Yes, sir.
actually to her being a teenage mother. That was the perspective no, that she has chosen to take. No? Thank you very much,
Yes,
Chris.
sir.
No? How about Mira? Ano kaya ang na-share ng kaibigan mo or yung relative mo na naging teenage mother? All right, we'll go back to Mira. How about Leslie? Nakikita ko ng smile ni Leslie.
Yes, sir. Dahil pareho kami dalawa ni Mira, not stable yung signal namin dito po. Sana narinig lang ba? Klaro lang.
Yeah,
So,
we can
yes,
hear
sir.
you.
So, opo. Yung mga kakilala ko talagang sinasabi nila sa akin na It's not that really easy na magkaroon ng baby sa murang edad nila. Hindi talaga nasabing yung kulang na lang sabihin nila na ibigay nila na yung bata dahil hindi nila talaga nila kaya because of their kanang estado sa buhay, dahil hindi pa sila stable, yung mga ganon. Tapos sinasabihan ko lang din ng fight lang, laban, dahil ginusto din nila yun.
Thank you very much, Leslie, for sharing those answers. No, talagang walang regrets, no, but they said na medyo difficult, no, yung first phase of being a teenage mother. How about Mira? Do you have other responses sa mga na-share sa iyo ng isang teenage mother? Ayan. Hi, Mira.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you. Maririnig ka namin.
Ay na kasi yung signal, sir. Sige, sir.
Ano kaya yung mga na-share sa iyo ng isang teenage mother na kakilala mo? Something positive ba yung experience niya? At ano yung mga causes kaya bakit naging teenage mother siya?
Yung na-share sa
Okay, talaga may
trabaho po,
difficulty.
sir. Sir,
Yes. Go ahead, Mira. Okay. Can you answer again?
yung na-share sa
Okay, so while waiting for Mira's response, no, is that totoo yun, no? There are 3 factors here about teenage pregnancy in the Philippines. No, first is biological. Teenagers become curious about sex and their sexuality. Second is social. No, this includes lack of sex education and how to effectively protect themselves from getting pregnant and contracting sexually transmitted infections or STI. The lack of access to family planning services is also a big problem. And the last, ito yung hindi natin na napag-usapan, Christina, Mira, and Leslie, ay cultural factor. Parents in the Philippines are not comfortable with discussing sex with their teenagers. There is also the culture of encouraging teens to get married early as a means to become more financially stable. No? So these are the 3 very important factors causing teenage pregnancy in our country today. So again, we would like to invite everyone watching us to leave down your comments, no, about our first 2 questions. Maybe you also have your other answers aside from what was mentioned, kung ano yung mga naisagot ng ating mga guests, sina Christina, Mira, and Leslie. Our first question is, what is your understanding about teenage pregnancy? And the second question is that, why do you think teenage pregnancy is prevalent nowadays? So thank you to all of my students, no, who will be giving their comments and answers to these first 2 questions, especially those with me under gender and society classes. So we'll pause for a break. No, we'll listen to some reminders from our friends in Talk Live channel, and we will be right back. Promise.
Think, learn, and connect. Yan po, no? Only here at TLC. Lahat ng mga viewers, thank you very much. And I hope, no, and sana, no, meron kayong natutunan, something special, something new today.
Isang mapagpalang araw po sa inyong lahat, and let's mark your journey with goodness and greatness.
Welcome again to another episode of Students and Me here at Talk Live channel.
Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat, and welcome once again to this edition, no, of Hearts That Listen this last Friday of July. So,
magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. It's another episode of Hearts That Listen. Ikaw na nanonood ngayon, huwag ka nang mag-atubili at huwag mo pong sarilihin ang pagkakataon na ma-share ang video natin para mas marami tayong ma-inspire ngayong gabi. Dahil pag-uusapan natin ay ang temang Helping Hands. Hawak kamay tayong tutulong, hawak kamay tayong susulong para sa mga advokasya, para sa mga layunin, mga goals natin sa buhay. At yan yung ating pag-uusapan.
Welcome once again. Good evening po uli. Welcome to our episode tonight. It's Bata, Bakit Ka Nagawa? Sharing on teenage pregnancy. I am Jimmy Jesuro and I'm sharing with you live here from the city of Davao. And tonight it's special because it's Friday. It's Usapang Kabataan for hearts that listen. Puso ko'y or puso mo'y makikilig kapag ang puso ko'y makikinig. Hearts that listen po every night. Usapang Kabataan every Friday night dito lamang sa TLC. Think, Learn, Connect. That's TLC. Sabayan ninyo kami dito sa Usapang Kabataan kung saan kwento ng bawat kabataan ay ating pinapahalagahan. So welcome po ulit sa aking mga guests tonight. They are actually BSAB 4th year students ng Kolehiyo ng Pantukan. I say hello to Christina, Leslie, and Mira. Kaway-kaway naman dyan to show that we are live and alive here in Usapang Kabataan. So we are in the second part of our show tonight and we have just discussed about teenage pregnancy. As it has been said that teenage pregnancy is actually one of the pressing issues of the Filipino youths that they are actually facing today. And so we would like to see if I think there's already one comment that we have. No, maybe we can read that comment and maybe a shout out. All right. So we would like to invite everyone, all those who are watching, to also leave their comments, no, and to the relatives and friends, no, of our guests tonight. Nag-shout out na sila kanina, and then also later they'll be giving their greetings, no, to their family and friends here and abroad. So going back to our sharing tonight, I am about to ask Chris, Leslie, and Mira with the third question. What are the advantages and disadvantages of teenage pregnancy? So we'll start, I think, with Mira. Ano sa tingin mo ang mga pros and cons ng TP or teenage pregnancy? Go
So
ahead,
the
Mira.
advantages of teenage pregnancy. The advantages of teenage pregnancy as childbearing include enhancement of family and other relationship, some to love close in age the child, family slash partner support, benefits for teens' life and positive changes. But the disadvantages of teenage pregnancy as a lack of knowledge to take good care of baby, financial stability, and emotional side.
Yes, thank you, no. Ang dami nun. Thank you very much, no, Mira, at talagang you gave your best in identifying ano yung mga pros, ano yung cons, no. At nasabi mo nga rin doon, isa sa mga disadvantages ay yung bata ka pa, tapos mayroon kang batang aalagaan, no. Kaya bata-bata, bakit ka nagawa? At na-discuss rin natin kanina before the break the possible factors that cause the teenage pregnancy, yung biological, social, and cultural factors. No? So how about Christina? What is your answer to our third question being flashed now in our show?
So the disadvantages, sir, is that they can learn and grow from their unplanned pregnancy experience. So malalaman nila ay meron silang makukuhang leksyon sa kanilang based sa kanilang experience na pagiging batang ina. And then ang disadvantages naman, sir, is that when they become a teenage mom, they will have a big responsibility as a mother, especially sa mga single mother, lahat ng responsibilidad ay aakuhin nila. And then next is teenage pregnancy also may necessitate a change in your whole life. Like for example, if ano yung mother is drinking alcohol or smoking, kailangan nilang i-stop yun para protektahan yung baby sa loob ng tiyan nila. And then next sir is physically exhausting because physically is exhausting siya kasi makakaranas sila ng morning sickness and fatigues and emotional journey kasi lahat ng magiging shock sila kasi merong makaka-feel sila ng anger, fear, depression, like maaano nila sir, maano nila sa isipan nila na nada-down nila yung parents nila kasi naging batang ina sila. And then next is life changing talaga siya kasi mababago nito yung buhay mo.
Wow, great. Thank you very much, Cres, no, for your comprehensive responses sa dalawang points on the advantages and disadvantages. No? So isang punto na maganda doon is yung sa disadvantages, you might disappoint your parents or guardians. No? Kasi nga, like you were sent to college, pinaaral ka, at hindi na nag-expect no yung parents or guardians mo na magsa-stop ka for a while kasi nga nabuntis at nagkaroon ka ng baby no mas nauna yung baby kaysa diploma, yun nga sabi nila for some. So thank you for that, Christina, for sharing those thoughts. How about Leslie? Ano kaya ang mga sagot ni Leslie sa ikatatlong tanong natin ngayong gabi?
So, yun, no? Good evening once again. So, in teenage pregnancy, being a mother is a blessing and you have a baby is a blessing. That was, magiging advantage yun. But then, pagdating dito sa disadvantages, dito natin makikita or maranasan, lalo na kapag ikaw ay naging bilong ng teenage pregnancy, tapos hindi ka pa stable sa buhay mo, so magiging hindrance yun. Magiging hindrance yun sa pag-grow mo as a single mother, or I mean the teenage mom. So, yun.
Wow, thank you very much, Les, no, for your sharing at magandang punto rin yon yung mga sinabi mo. At hindi nga handa yung karamihan sa naging mga teenage mothers ay talagang hindi handa sa pagdadaanan nila. No? So they will need a lot of support being a teenage mother. Thank you very much, Leslie. And it has been said here that pregnancy during teenage years is also associated with a higher risk of health problems such as preeclampsia, anemia, contracting sexually transmitted diseases or STDs, premature delivery, yung 7 months lang instead of 9, postpartum hemorrhage, and poor mental health outcomes. Now, even the mental health will be affected, especially if the experience is not processed among teenage mothers. No? Lack of knowledge on nutrition can also lead to poor health outcomes. So yun nga, pag hindi maganda yung health ng mother, especially if breast fed pa yung baby, talagang saan naman kukuha ng nutrients ang baby kundi sa mother niya mismo. Pregnant adolescents have identified that nutrition messages should include information on eating appropriately for the baby's and the mother's health, offer advice on foods for physical comfort, and emphasize specific foods rather than nutrients. All right? So very important din yung point yun. Lastly, pregnant mothers, especially those teenage mothers, are recommended to eat a healthy and balanced diet that will provide them and their babies their needs. No? So I think isang punto rin, Cres, Leslie, and Mira, na ang isang advantage perhaps, sabi nga ni Leslie yun, na blessing ang magkaanak. No? Magkaroon ng baby is actually a blessing. At pag teenage mother ka, parang hindi masyadong malayo yung age gap ninyo, yung agwat ninyo sa anak mo. So para lang kayo magkapatid. Tama ba?
Yes sir, tama sir.
Yeah, okay, good. No? So pag malaki na, mga 8 years old, at yung example kanina ata ni Cres is 17 years old yung kaibigan or kakilala niya ng naging teenage mother. So 17 plus 8 years equals, nung 25 years old na siya, 8 years old ang anak niya. So para lang silang magkapatid or younger sibling niya yung anak niya. Tama,
Tama sir.
Yes, no. So that's only one of the advantages, no. But it's up to us to understand the options, and we are left with a decision to make if we would like to try teenage pregnancy or do it otherwise, no, and finish college education right on time. All right, so we'll go now to the fourth question. Tatanungin ko yung aking mga guests tonight. How can we prevent teenage pregnancy? So we'll start with Leslie. I think may ready na nasagot si Leslie. At ang ating mga viewers, Leslie, Mira, and Cres, we are also inviting them to answer with us through our comment section on the fourth question. How can we prevent teenage pregnancy? Go ahead, Leslie.
So, how we can prevent teenage pregnancy? So, isa na dito is, ma-prevent natin ito kapag tayo ay full of, like for example, the sexual education. Kapag tayo ay may talagang concrete na alam or knowledge regarding the pregnancy, lalong-lalo na sa mga babae. At saka, iwasan na yung mga curiosity natin dahil tayo talagang mga teenage, yung mga nag-edad ng 16 to 20 or 20 to 16
Kababa.
is kung sa Bisaya pa dira ajud gina mao jud dira ajud nagsugod ang mga ginaingon nila nga mo kanang murag maging fertile na siya or kanang dira kung sa Bisaya pa jud this is a practical ways of they are saying dira magsugod ang uwag sa tao jud labo na sa mga batan-on, and we can prevent this through education jud about the sexual education and the proper kung paano natin i-adapt yung generation natin recently.
Yeah, correct. No, so thank you very much, Les, no, for your honest responses. No, ito yung adolescent stage nga na pinag-uusapan natin hanggang 19 years old, of which when we also enter 20 years old and up, we are trying to enter another stage which is the early adulthood. No, so yung uwag na sinasabi ni Les kanina is the last. No, yung in English for those who are joining us abroad. So it's the last feeling that is usually experienced or felt by the teenagers. And sabi ni Les dito, the best way to combat that is to shield yourself with proper sexual education. No? So, pag may mga sex education, may mga symposium on population control, no, or basically sexual education for the youth. So huwag tayong mag-absent. No, we have to be present, we have to listen, and we have to be knowledgeable and to advocate as well for prevention of teenage pregnancy. We don't say it's wrong, no. We are not here to judge, and we don't even have any bias or prejudice against the teenage mothers who are joining us and listening to our show tonight. But we are here to advocate and open the minds of our young people, ng ating mga kabataan, on the reality about teenage pregnancy. How about Mira? May we hear the answer of Mira for the fourth question?
Yes po, sir. So how can we prevent teenage pregnancy? So we can prevent teenage pregnancy to cope up to educate our teenage girls such as conducting different programs which tackles or give information about teenage pregnancy and discuss all the advantage and disadvantage of teenage pregnancy, that this is the possible consequences of their said issue that will affect the that will affect ourselves and the economic growth of our country po, sir.
Wow, great. No, thank you very much, Amira, for sharing, especially yung last part na hindi lang ang teenage mother ang affected, but even the economy of our country, no, the Philippines. Sabihin mo, bakit kaya? Bakit nasali yung ekonomiya? Kasi nga, a number of teenage mothers will not continue their education and will just settle to be a high school graduate or senior high school graduate and will not be able to contribute much to our economy or getting higher paying jobs in the future, no? So isa din yun na hindi lang pala ang ating sarili ang titingnan if you are a teenage mother, but you will also see the bigger picture that you are contributing to the economic loss of our country, the Philippines. Okay? So magandang punto din yon. At let's listen to Cres. Ayan, ready na si Cres sa kanyang mga sagot sa question number 4. Go ahead, Cres.
Okay, so we can prevent teenage pregnancy by being aware and educated about sexuality, just like what Mira and Leslie said. And then we can also prevent teenage pregnancy through the use of contraceptives and promote gender equality.
Great. Thank you very much no for that points shared to us by Chris, no. Maganda 'yon. Gender equality and also gender equity. This is now the time no na hindi lang lalaki perhaps ang give ng effort for sexual education, but also ang babae, no. So wala nang pagsasabihan na dapat ikaw ang gawa ng paraan kasi ikaw ang lalaki. So ngayon it's really both sexes no to find ways if they are not ready but they are curious no but they should do something like protecting themselves no or getting into safe sex no. Yun nga isa sa mga factors yung kanina na napag-usapan natin yung biological, they become curious about sex at mas madali na ang access nila kasi may mga smartphones na sila at internet connection, no? And then yung social, na-address din natin sa mga sagot ninyo, yung lack of sex education. So we really have to advocate, no? For schools, for NGOs to really hold symposium or forum on proper sex education for the youth, no? And the last, ito yung medyo kailangan din nating hanapin yung support ng mga parents or guardians, which is the cultural factor. Kumbaga, hindi parang culture sa Philippines or sa among the Filipinos ang pag-uusapan yung sex and its consequences sa loob ng pamamahay. No? Parents are not comfortable discussing sex with their teenagers. So to avoid teenage pregnancy, then this topic has to be discussed in a way no, or processed objectively by the parents or the guardians of our youth or ng ating mga kabataan. And also yung culture din na paaga silang mag-asawa para mawala na sa poder ng parents at hindi na magiging responsibility ng mga parents but doon na sa partner, no? Sa family ng partner ng kanilang anak na babae. All right? So thank you very much for your responses, dear guests tonight, Mira, Leslie, and Chris, but don't go yet. No, we are not yet done. May mga last few words pa kayo para sa ating mga manonood at mga subscribers tonight for Usapang Kabataan. So I think wala pa rin comments, but they can still give the comments even if they have just reviewed our episode tonight entitled Bata, Bakit ka nagawa? Oh, thank you very much. Here's the message from Nati Salcedo. Thank you, Ma'am Nati, and this is what she said. Affected din ang mga magulang ng young mother sa lahat ng aspeto dahil dependent pa rin ang young mother sa magulang niya. Unprepared financial needs. Irresponsibility is also possible on the side of the young mother because she is not prepared of having a baby. In short, mahirap talaga pag hindi handa. Wow, thank you very much from Mami Nati Salcedo. Isang cause ng early pregnancy is when the youth is left unattended, that she is free of doing anything she wanted. Okay, well, very well said po sa ating comment section from Mami Nati Salcedo. One more, we have from Lara Amor, Tapdasan Gulong. I think she's one of our students, no? But thank you for your comment. Listen and learn from your parents about their life experiences. If they put restrictions on you, it is not necessarily because they want you to or to make you suffer. Usually, it is because they want the best for you, so they do it to help and protect you. Wow, thank you very much, Lara Amor Tapdasan Gulong. I think I made a mistake, no? Hindi po ata student si Miss Gulong, no, under my class. From Mami Nati pa rin, Nati de Salcedo, don't try to do things which you know it can destroy you. Sex can wait when you are emotionally, physically, and financially ready. Ayan, that calls Ma'am Nati, no? Mami Nati for a good prayer life because God can satiate every need that we have, including our sexual needs. Okay? From Johnny Pauner Bardago, there are many methods available to help prevent pregnancy, including IUDs, birth control pills, and condoms. Okay, thank you for your thoughts shared, Johnny. And this can open the minds of all our viewers, our subscribers watching tonight in our episode for Usapang Kabataan entitled Bata, Bata, Bakit Ka Nagawa? And it has been said here that according to World Health Organization or WHO, pregnancy and childbirth complications are the leading causes of death among girls aged 15 to 19 years old globally. No? And also, teenage pregnancy was declared as a national social emergency in the Philippines. And the prayer of our advocate is the swift passage of a bill that institutionalize a national policy on teenage pregnancy prevention. Okay, so again, thank you for all your comments. Sana nagustuhan niyo po ang aming episode tonight as we give our level best to share our thoughts, our learned experiences about teenage pregnancy with my guests here. Mga fourth year na po sila. Let's pray for them that they can all graduate BS in Agricultural Business from Kolehiyo ng Pantukan by the end of this school year. Starting off with Mira Kulaba, Leslie Batausa, and Christina Kalamagan. So let's now listen. Maybe it's the time that we will give to them as to what message can you leave to our teenage mothers who are joining us or listening in our show tonight. So let's start with Mira. What is now your message to all our teenage mothers out there?
Yes, sir. So, yung mensahe na iiwan ko sa teenage mother is, teenage pregnancy, it is not a game that you can live. So, hindi po ito laro na iiwan mo lang tapos you can responsible of being a mother of a baby po. Tapos, if you if you need if you need think of what will happen next if you try your curiosity, so i i stop your curiosity in your mind para hindi po magkaroon ng maagang pagbubuntis po.
Wow, thank you very much, no, Mira, for that message. Stop, if possible, the curiosity in your mind at mag-aral na lang, no, ng mabuti kung ano man yung kurso na kinukuha mo sa college. Thank you. I think that will be your point, Mira. How about Leslie? Les, your final message to our teenage mothers listening or watching to us tonight. Okay, babalikan natin si Leslie. Let's listen first to Christina and then Leslie after.
So my message to all teenage mothers out there is that never give up on life. On whatever you have faced right now, being a mother or a single mother, God has a purpose why that was happened. It was never been too late to achieve your dreams in life, so be strong for yourself and for your baby.
Thank you very much, no, for the words of encouragement, Chris, to our teenage mothers out there. Daghan kayong salamat. And now let's listen to Leslie.
Yes, hello. So my na ay ako audible, nadungog ako.
Yes po, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So my message about the no. My message for the teenage mom there. So no matter what, kahit ano mang mangyari sa buhay, kahit maagang nabuntis, kahit maagang nagkaroon ng anak, laban lang, fight because God will fight for you and your baby no matter what. It doesn't mean na isang malaking bagahe yan sa buhay mo, but then uh, gawin mong strength sa buhay para lumaban. Yun lang po. Be positive always.
Wow, great. Thank you very
Laban.
much, no? Be positive always. So napakagandang positive energy or good vibes ang binigay or iniwan sa atin ngayon ni Leslie, no? For all of us tonight. Kasi sabi niya, be a blessing, no? Nangyari na and find your way to see a blessing from that event or reality of being a teenage mother. So we also have a message here from Mami Nati Salcedo. Sabi niya, to the teenage mothers out there, don't do it again. Okay, so thank you very much to all of you who are watching us, and shout out to my family. My parents are actually watching from Brisbane, Australia. Hello, Daddy, Mommy. And to my brother-in-law, Aljun Bulilan, my sister, Zandra K. Bulilan, and her baby in her tummy. Hello, hello. And to their son, Austin Zion Bulilan. And also to my family in Hillcrest Subdivision in Matina, Crossing, Davao City. Okay, it's our shout out time. Last shout out or greetings, starting off with Leslie Batausa. Les, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Kaya pag nalimutan ka niya, charot. Shout out din ang pinakagwapong press dito sa San Antonio de Padua, my classmates out there. Shout out sa inyo nga dito mo isa-isa, and also the King Mining company ko, sir. Shout out din namin yun kasi sponsor na kasi namin. We are here at BRC Pag Farm School. Wala ako signal.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
And mora to.
Okay,
By
thank
the
you very
way.
much, Les, for your kindness. Salamat kayo. Now we give the floor to Christina.
So, shout out ko sa akong mga magpapa na pinaka-supportive, nagiubanan jud ko diri ron sa Davao Oriental Park para lang mangitag area na dili saba para maka-concentrate ko, and then
Wow.
sa tanang BSAB students, especially the fourth year students of BSAB na nag-participate pud ani nga live nato karon, na kaning nag-participate through comments nila sa ilang nag-share sa ilang ideas. Thank you kaayo sa inyo ha. And then to all the viewers, hello everyone. Hope na namoy na learn.
Yeah, thank you. And can you mention the name of your papa who is very supportive?
My papa's name is Cristino Kalamagan and my mama is Edita Kalamagan, sir.
All right. Thank you very much sa mga supportive parents mo, Christina. And ingat kayo dyan as we close our episode
Thank you,
tonight. And
sir.
of course, Mira, your last few words, shout out and greetings.
Yes, sir. So, shout out ko yung ate ko nandun sa Davao de Oro. Tapos, yung mother ko po nandun sa Tagum. Shout out ko siya kasi namimiss ko na sa kahit wala siya sa tabi namin. Yun lang po, sir.
Wow, great. Thank you very much. And we hope na you can still find time now to visit your family in Davao de Oro. And again, thank you kaayo sa inyong tulo. Maraming salamat sa inyong tatlo sa pagbibigay ng panahon. At hindi ito para lamang sa ating klase, but para sa mga kabataan na manonood sa buong mundo through Talk Life Channel FB page. So thank you also to all our friends who are supporting Talk Life Channel, from our president in TLC down to the board of directors and to the VPs, the vice president, especially VP Loretta Juarez and her husband, Coach Joel Juarez. And of course, Coach Angel, thank you very much. Napalakpakan natin, Mira, Christina, and Leslie, ang ating Coach Angel, who is very supportive to us, no, sa ating technical preparations. And we wish you good luck and happy trip. No, we pray for your safety, Coach Angel, on your next life journey. So with this, thank you very much po. Hanggang sa susunod na Biyernes ng gabi for another episode of Usapang Kabataan with Sir Roland Fernandez. Ako po'y magbabalik on the 4th Friday of the month of November for this year 2022. Puso mo'y makikilig kapag ang puso ko'y makikinig. Hearts that listen po every night. Usapang Kabataan every Friday night dito lamang sa TLC. Think, learn, and connect. That's TLC. Sabayan ninyo kami dito sa Usapang Kabataan kung saan kwento ng bawat kabataan ay ating pinapahalagahan. At thank you rin po sa ating mga viewers and followers, mga avid subscribers po natin through the DYWC Teleradio Channel 51, the Field Products Cable of Negros Oriental, through their station manager, Father Ramonito Maata. Hello po sa lahat ng mga taga Dumaguete, Siquijor, Cebu, and Bohol. And with that, we would like to say thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us in this episode for tonight. Bata, Bakit ka Nagawa? A sharing on teenage pregnancy. I am Jimmy Jesuro, live na live here from the city of Davao, saying thank you and until we meet again online. God bless everyone. Goodbye, Mira, Chris, and Leslie.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye everyone.
Bye, sir.